Treasures!
Welcome back,
Hello,
everybody!
And welcome back
to Taylor Treasures!
Yes,
we are back again!
We are back again. So, a few weeks ago we did the story called The Hoagie Man, and it was a real story from our mom.
A real thriller.
Right. So you can watch it up here if you want to. But today, you guys actually said that you wanted to hear some more real-life stories. So we thought of doing another one today about stuffing. So I guess we can get started and tell the story.
All right.
Last time we went all the way back to the 1980s, before we were even born. That story was about our mom, and today's story, she's in it, but it has all of us in the story.
All included.
We are. But now, let's fast forward from the 80s to last year. It was around 2 days after Thanksgiving, and it was the weekend. I was relaxing around the house, Laura was out working, and our brother was on a walk. What were our parents doing? Well, we forgot. We don't know. We don't know. Even if you'd asked us probably 2 days after it happened, we probably wouldn't remember. But, you know,
we apologize.
We don't know. As I was saying, nothing monumental was going on that day until around lunchtime. And it was about a day or two after Thanksgiving, as I said, so there were plenty of foods from the feast the few days before. And of course, I wanted some of the leftover goodies for lunch.
Of course.
Of course. I made a plate full of turkey, mashed potatoes, Brussels sprouts, stuffing, with gravy poured all over the mouth-watering plate.
So good.
So good. I heated it up, ate it, and that was that. At least, that's what I thought.
About an hour later, our parents came in to eat. But before we go on with the story, I need to tell you a little bit about our stuffing and how it was laid out in our fridge, because of course, this is about the stuffing. So we have to know. For Thanksgiving, our mom makes a variety of different kinds of stuffings, right? So she had a stuffing with sausage, a little stuffing without sausage for me, because I don't like sausage. I also don't like whipped cream or pop.
Weird.
I know, I'm weird. Believe me. I've been told, okay? I do know. So my mom put Laura's stuffing in a little small pan, and then she put the stuffing with the meat in the turkey and in 3 other bigger pans. Well, now that we've talked about the stuffing, let's go on. So our parents had come into the kitchen to get some lunch, and Lucia was in the living room, which is next to the kitchen in our house. As our parents were in the kitchen getting food ready, Lucia heard the background noise of our parents talking about food, but she didn't really pay much attention at the time because it wasn't that interesting. She was probably in a bit of a Thanksgiving coma, and things were kind of a blur anyway.
Probably.
So
Next thing I knew, my mom was coming over to me with a very concerned look on her face.
oh my, such concern.
Oh boy, what's happening? She asked me, "Did you have any stuffing today?" I said, "Yes." She then told me to come over and show her which pan I got the stuffing from earlier, and I showed her. She then said, Oh, okay, that's good. Confused, I asked, "Why are you asking me this?" She replied, "Well, we were going through the different stuffings in the fridge for lunch, and I pulled out the one pan of stuffing that I haven't been able to cook yet. It's stuffing with sausage, so there's raw sausage in it. I was sure no one would touch it, but when we pulled it out, some of it was gone from the pan." "That's weird," I responded. Next, our mom called our brother home from a walk, and she asked him what stuffing he had had for lunch. He showed her the pan that he had gotten his from, and it was not the pan that had the raw stuffing in it. Our mom and dad hadn't eaten it, I hadn't eaten it, not our brother, so the only person that was left that might have eaten the raw stuffing was Laura.
So apparently, they had tried to call me many times, but I didn't hear it because sometimes I don't hear my phone when it rings.
I don't understand, but
I apologize.
It's a mystery.
But sometimes I am out working and I'm busy with animals. But at one point, I did look at my phone, and I was out working, and I saw a text on my lock screen, and it said, "Please call me immediately." And I thought, oh my goodness, this must be serious. Did someone die? Like, what is going on? Why do I have to call her immediately?
What?
So I immediately opened up my text messages, and she had sent a whole text, and I read it, and it reads as follows: "You have uncooked stuffing with you, I think." And in all caps, "Do not eat it. It has raw sausage in it." I thought,
all caps.
oh, that's it? That was the call me immediately? All right. Okay. So I called my mother and I told her I haven't even had any stuffing since Thanksgiving because I've been out working. So the plot continues to thicken, just like gravy. Well, now what? No one had touched it, but part of the raw stuffing pan was gone. Ugh. Someone had taken it. Because it was very funny. Our mom would keep re-asking us. She'd say, "Oh, are you sure? Did you really? There's this pan. There's something took a piece out." And we'd be like, "We know we either did not eat any stuffing, or we know what pan we got it from."
Right.
And she was like, "Well, maybe you did it without knowing. Maybe it didn't happen." And then we'd say, "Well, I think I remember when we eat food."
Yeah, I think so. So, it's funny how you start to believe crazy theories.
Isn't it, though?
When you have no explanation for something. And we did just that. We came up with 2 theories while we were talking about it in the kitchen. And yes, we actually started to believe them. One was that a burglar came in our house late at night, came into our kitchen, went to the back of our fridge, got some of the raw stuffing, and walked out of the house with the stuffing. That was our one theory.
And not all of it. Just a part of it.
Just part of the stuffing.
Just a little bit.
That was it.
Piece.
We didn't steal anything else. We
Nope.
just came in, took the stuffing, and left. The second theory was that one of us sleptwalked, went out to the kitchen, ate some of the raw stuffing, and then went back to bed.
This was a theory that I ended up believing more than someone coming into our house and eating stuffing.
Right. Now, this was a little bit more believable, yet not too believable, because our dad used to sleepwalk all the time when he was a kid, and I sleptwalked once while we were camping, but that's another story for another time. So, 2 of us had sleptwalked a little bit, but it really wasn't a thing in our family. We really haven't done it, so it's not really too believable, but we started to believe it. But I have to admit, I really started to believe the theory that I was sleepwalking at night and I took the
You
stuffing.
went to the fridge and you ate
because
raw
I thought
sausage.
I was the last person to ever sleepwalked.
Honestly,
I don't know. I don't know. But I really started to believe it because I'm like, maybe it came back from when I was 7 years old. I don't know. So I actually went in my room and looked all over my bed for stuffing crumbs. I did. I thought
This is
maybe
where we were at this point.
we were desperate. What happened
Because
to the stuffing?
there was a giant piece gone.
We just didn't know. Our mom did call our aunt to see if she took it because we told her she could have some of the stuffing and she could give some to our grandpa who he lives with her. But her response was, why would I just walk into your house, take stuffing, and leave?
Why would you? Well, we don't know.
Yeah, well, our mom thought maybe she might have peeked in when we weren't home, said hello, but no one answered, so she said that, or she thought that maybe she came in. Because she
just take one bit of stuffing.
Yeah, because she thought, well, no one's here, but she said I could take it, and then she'd just leave. But no, that did not happen.
So, after all that, our mom gave us some food poisoning preventatives because
she was very
somebody
very
had eaten
concerned.
raw sausage.
Everybody, you need to take these things or else, because
So
I don't know
she
who
was
did
gonna
it.
save us all.
Right.
And then we thought that was that. We got our food poisoning preventatives, and we were gonna go about our day. And I think I went back to work because that's usually what I'm doing. But then, aha! A memory struck my mother's brain.
What?
Her face turned into a slightly embarrassed smile, and she said, "Oh yeah," and started laughing and laughing and laughing. And we kept trying to ask her what she was talking about, but she was laughing so much she couldn't tell us. So finally,
After all
this, here's what happened.
hours.
So, back on Thanksgiving Day, our mom had been filling the turkey in the morning with stuffing, as people do on Thanksgiving, and she needed a little bit more.
She
to
did.
fit inside of this turkey. There just wasn't quite enough. So, she asked our dad to take some out of the other stuffing pan so she could put it in the turkey. So they filled the turkey. Then, with all the other delicacies being made and the festivities of the day, the little tiny pan of stuffing with the raw sausage was put in the back of the fridge and was forgotten. How they both forgot that entire detail, as small as it was, both of them forgot. And after we went over it for hours and hours, and we all had our own theories, and we all thought somebody was going to get food poisoning, we'll never know how they forgot all that information. We're just going to say that it was Thanksgiving madness, and sometimes that wipes your brain. So, moral of the story, because there's got to be a moral of the story after all of this. If you take extra stuffing from a pan for the turkey, write a note.
Write a note, yes.
Life advice here.
And a funny thing to add to this story, our aunt, the one that our mom called, now she sometimes, when she calls our mom, she calls her Mrs. Stuffing, and then we laugh because it reminds us of that story. Mrs. Stuffing.
So yeah, true story.
True story. And that was, wow, hours
The funniest part was the text message, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Call me immediately. I'm like, what's going on?
What's happening?
She's like, you may have raw sausage. Do not eat it.
Yeah, that's it, okay. Yes, but that actually happened, and we did end up remembering. But actually, my favorite part probably was the fact that we started to believe those theories. We really did.
I don't know who started the burglar one. I was never on board with that. But totally the sleepwalking one, I was in. I was like, sure, somebody did it.
The way we thought of the burglar one was, apparently there's this true story of this couple that they were missing food from their fridge. And so they set up a camera, and apparently someone had been living in their roof, and they opened the roof and would come down and get food. So we thought, well, maybe they came in for some stuffing.
Just stuffing, though.
Yeah, just that.
No other food.
Right. So we hope you enjoyed this story. We'll have more to come in the future. Maybe the Sleepwalking Lucille one. That's 7. It's a good one.
It's a good one.
Yes. But we hope you enjoy this episode. And now it is time for the news.
Good evening, and thanks for tuning in. Have you seen those sausages recently? They're really on a roll.
Kitchen Appliances of America are recommending you check to make sure your refrigerators are running. In the Appliance 5K next Saturday. And now it is time for the Taylor Treasure Box.
Look how it just appears from
did.
nowhere.
It does. It's
magical.
magical.
Pretty amazing how it does that.
It is.
Would you rather eat a slug or a worm? A worm.
Yeah, me too. Alright, I have to tell a random fact about myself. I think mushrooms taste like tasteless rubber. I do. I can't stand mushrooms.
I don't know about that one.
No.
You can't stand them, but I think they're okay.
They taste like rubber. Ugh. Like rubber with juice in it.
I don't know. Okay. To each their own.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's even weirder though, because she doesn't like bacon, sausage, pop, whipped cream, eggs. She doesn't like any of that.
I like eggs now. I like them poached. I just don't like them like scrambled and stuff.
Okay.
Bacon? Who likes bacon?
I do have to admit, bacon is not as good as sausage. Sausage is better.
Even sausage. We don't need that. That's okay.
Why did I agree with you? Why did I?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just went along with it. See? All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode. More stories to come in the future. And make sure to give this video a like and a comment. Make sure to subscribe. And after you subscribe, make sure to press the bell so you get all of our videos in your notifications box. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook, which is at Taylor Treasures Official. Official. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching that episode.
Thank you so much.
If you like to subscribe down here,
please
you can
subscribe to
subscribe.
us. We'll try not to let you down. You probably might like our videos.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I think you should do it.
Yeah, okay, you should stop.
That was very
All
nice.
right, well, you can also watch a random episode
Test
right
it out.
here.
Test the waters.
Right
Watch
here.
a random one
And
right
you
here.
can also check out our channel. And remember, we have pictures on Instagram and all sorts of stuff. And we'll see you next time. Bye.